The Daily Mail. Woman disgusts Twitter after claiming that short women are only attractive to men because they look like they are easier to physically dominate and control. Yeah, that's why short women are attractive to men, huh? Okay then. Writer Feminist Jones. Oh, jeez. Her name is actually Feminist Jones. Tells you everything you need to know right there, right? Tweeted this week that much of a short woman's attractiveness to men is related to perceived controllability. She also mocked short women for not knowing that adding the smaller a woman is, the younger she appears, and that's attractive to many men. Well, she might be partly right on that there. Commenters have passionately disagreed, with short women insisting men don't perceive them as weak. Others have derided the idea that men who like short women are somehow predatory. Several have pointed out that her Twitter take is hardly feminist and blames women for the way they look and men's reaction to them. Well, it's probably more evolution that's responsible for the way women look, but whatever. Before we dive into this article, I want to thank everybody for stopping by and supporting my work. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed because YouTube does unsubscribe people every single day. Now let's dive in here. An American writer has infuriated Twitter users after she proclaimed that one of the main reasons men are attracted to short women is because they seem to be easier to dominate and control. That's just not even true. Oh, Feminista, I guess is her name, not feminist, but Feminista Jones made the bold claims on Twitter this week, phrasing her tweets in a way that seemed to mock short women for not knowing that this is why men like them. No, that's not why men like them. It wasn't long before other Twitter users began criticizing the thread, and while the backlash has led Feminista Jones to delete her account, the criticism is still coming. So this must be her here. Is this her in the picture here? Her tweets. Residing with your daddy's money. Okay, I guess that's who this person is. Do short women not know much of their attractiveness to men is related to perceived controllability? Is that a thing y'all aren't aware of? LOL, cute. Wow, very confident of you to claim that. Ask any woman over 5'10" how harshly men regularly speak to and treat, or how rarely she is treated with softness and tender gestures outside of being in a relationship. And even then, LOL. Okay, whatever, dude. You must be a tall woman. I'm guessing that she's a tall woman and she's lamenting her fate in life. You know, I'm a short man. Do you hear me going around and going, oh, woe is me, I can't get a woman because I'm short? Sometimes I bring that up, but it's not like that's my everyday operating baseline where I'm just walking around going, man, my life is terrible because I'm short, because women don't like short men. No, I like short women because I'm short. I want a woman who is shorter than me. Men want to be with women who are shorter than them. This is typical for men. Almost every single man prefers a woman who is shorter than him. There's probably some weird outliers out there who, I don't know what's wrong with them, but there's something wrong with them. If you want a taller woman, there's something wrong with you. But you see these women who are 5 feet tall going out with guys who are like 6'6", and you're telling me that these men are only with that girl because they want to control her. You're telling me that the woman in that scenario had no choice in who she dates. She's just, I have to be with this tall man because he's controlling me. I don't know what to do. He's just controlling me. You know what a guy said to me recently? He said, you're the hunter who does not pick your prey. The prey picks you, in reference to men and how they chase after women. A smaller woman can more likely be physically dominated and controlled like a child. Shorter women won't feel like mommy. Slimmer women won't feel threatening. The smaller a woman is, the younger she appears, and that's attractive to many men. She's right about youth being attractive to men. That's across the board. The age that men want a woman to be, I'm not joking about this, and I'm not saying this is okay. This is just evolution. Men want teenage girls. They want like 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds. That's just what they perceive as most physically appealing on a primal level. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that's what primally men are like, oh yeah, that's what I prefer. Now we live in a world where that's not all right anymore. 100 years ago, you could do that stuff. But nowadays, it's illegal in most states to be with a woman under the age of 18 if you're over the age of 18. And it's also illegal for women to be with a man who's under the age of 18 if they're over the age of 18. But that wasn't always the case. And in other countries, you can go there and you can get with very young women, or you can at least marry very young women, adolescent women even. And I'm not saying that's okay. Again, I'm not saying that's okay, YouTube, so don't be freaking coming after me. But I'm just saying that's the reality that we live in. So let's go ahead and see if there's anything else that she has to say here that's interesting. Oh, this is what, Kristen Bell at 5'1". Yeah, and that's her husband. Okay. And then they just repeat her tweets here, it looks like. Yeah, Jason Momoa with Wow, he's 6'4". I didn't know he was that tall. Wow. And then his wife, yeah, 5'2". So you get these tall guys with these short women. But this is what women want. Women are always going around crying about, oh, I want a guy who's over 6 feet tall. It doesn't matter how tall they are. I see this all the time. I see these short women with these tall guys. You think the women don't have any say in that? I mean, seriously, come on. Women decide who they want to date. They're just not like floating in the wind, going, "Oh, well, this is the guy that I'm going to end up with." No, they actually end up with a guy that they want to be with. A lot of times, they do pursue as well. And a response here, Robin Pinaccia says, "I have definitely heard men say, I'm not sure, cringy things about why they prefer shorter women. I guess that's supposed to be cringy. It's weird. And I have also been asked to step on a bug by a guy who was not dating. I was not dating because he had some kind of fetish related to tall women stepping on things. Okay, that's weird, but whatever." Dyke Pompeo says, owning misogynists by exactly replicating their behavior and treating small women like children who need to be controlled and patronized since they're too infantile and weak-minded to realize the more grim terms of their existence. You don't need to. It's not about controlling women. Do you think that I'm going around controlling my wife? She's shorter than me. She's roughly average height for a woman. Slightly shorter than what is the very strict average in the United States, but not much. Because I mean, these women go on and think, "Oh, I'm short. I'm short." Look, so this one right here with Jason Momoa is 5'2". That's really average height, right? I mean, that's not the strict average height. The strict average height in the United States is 5'4". I run into all these women all the time talking about how they're 5'4" and they're short. I'm like, you're not short. You're average. What are you talking about? No, I'm short. No, you're not. You're average. 5'4" is average. 5'2". I mean, that's 2 inches off of average. That's basically, for a woman, that's like, yeah, that's average. Come on now. Because women can get away with a lot more leeway on the short end of height. Men can't, right? Like me being a few inches shorter than average, I'm perceived as short, even though I'm only a few inches shorter than average as a man. This woman here at 5'2", a few inches shorter than average, but people, she's short. No, not really. She's like average, especially if she puts on heels, and she's up there at 5'5". That's a typical woman. 5'5", that's the height of Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston in Friends. Jennifer Aniston was considered the most beautiful woman in the country for how many years? A long time. Until Angelina Jolie came along. You can tell who's the most attractive woman in the country by who Brad Pitt dates. That's how it works. I'm, of course, not being serious, but there was that correlation back in those days. Let me see here. We got another tweet saying, "I've dominated every relationship I've ever been in, and I'm only 5'3". Again, average height. My 6'4" boyfriend does think that I'm cute, but also tells others then, I think it's supposed to be that, I am the mean one, and that if we were to get into a fight that she would murder me. It's all about balance." And another one says, "Love that she frames this as the fault of short women." Yeah, she also frames it as the fault of men. She does both. She's like, short women are allowing this behavior and don't realize it, and men want to dominate short women. That's why they get with them. I'm like, no, that's not at all why. Men like some of the childlike aspects that women bring to the relationship with their more emotional nature and their facial features being a bigger forehead, larger eyes. Those are childlike traits, for example. Men appreciate these things about women. And another thing that men appreciate is them being smaller. The reason that women tend to be smaller than men is they don't have to be as big. Right? Men were the ones who had to be bigger. That's why they are, on average, bigger. It's a waste of calories. It's a waste of resources to produce mass if you don't need it. Right? That's kind of how evolution works. It wants to be very efficient. At least in that area, consumption versus size, the use of resources. It's very inefficient in a lot of other ways. There's a lot of weird anomalous things that happen in animals that it's like, why is that? Well, because evolution just did what it could do. You're wasting resources. The bigger you are, the more resources you require, the harder it is to maintain that size. Women don't need to be that big, so they're smaller. Men find that attractive. It's just the way it is. Just like women find larger men attractive. That's just how it is, okay? I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg in this case. Did men find short women attractive, therefore short women were more likely to have children? Or was it the other way around, where short women were more likely to have children because they were going after men more frequently? Why do I feel like you're lecturing short women rather than creepy men? The LOL cute here is so condescending. LOL. Wait, now people are mad at short women on here? Yeah. In regards to short women, I am 5'2" and have struck terror in the hearts of many men. I had a manager who was like 5 feet tall, 5'1", something like that. He was short. And dude, I thought that guy was like 5'9". I knew he was short, but it's like I would see him. He worked in the kitchen mostly. I was working at a restaurant. He was the assistant general manager, but he just stuck to the kitchen because he didn't want to deal with people. It's easier to deal with the kitchen. And so there was, the line between us. But then when I'd walk back into the kitchen and I'd see him, and he's like noticeably shorter than me. I'm like, wow. But I thought he was taller, not because he looked taller, but because of the way that he carried himself. He carried himself like the leader, so I thought he was much taller than he actually was. Jones' thread has met with swift and furious backlash from Twitter users who point out that it's not very feminist to body shame or gang up on a group of women for their physical attributes. Wait, now people are, okay, so we read through all these already. Here's some more. Short women are easy to dominate. Have you ever met a short woman? The rage is concentrated into a little package. Human espresso. Yeah, that sounds about right. Short women exist. Random people on Twitter every few months. You are a pervert's delight. I'm just learning about this. I'm 5 feet tall, and I'm completely disgusted by those tweets. Yes, a petite woman can make a man feel all big and strong, but I'm not here to be anyone's American Girl doll. FFS, for F's sake. Short women do not look like children. They look like short women. Exactly. They do. That's true. Stop trying to infer that being attracted to them is exploitative or some other infantilizing crap. You absolute effing melts. I didn't realize melts was an insult, but okay. I just don't understand what short women are supposed to do about weirdos that are attracted to them. Literally, how is that my problem at all? So being short makes me easy to control by men, but I should feel bad about this cause tall women don't like it. Please give some constructive advice as to how I'm supposed to fix this. True. It is entirely possible to have a discussion about your personal experience as a tall woman without outright saying short women are exclusively effed by pedos. Oh, we got some. No, we don't. Will Smith and Jada. Will at 6'2", Jada at 5 feet tall. She's definitely wearing heels there. But this was before the slap heard around the world. This article's 2021, I think. Yeah, early 2021, January 2021. There's some more. You got Freddie Prinze Jr. at 6'1", with Sarah Michelle Gellar's average height, 5'4". I don't know why people think 5'4" is short for women. It's average. You got Sacha Baron Cohen at 6'3". It's white, 5'3". 5'3" and average. I mean, Isla Fisher, 5'3". That's basically average. She's slightly below average, you could say. I mean, 5'3" is basically average. They read through the tweets again. Here's some more tweets. The dating shorter woman is exploitative lady got extremely lucky that she sent her tweet on the same day as Baked Bean's dad. I don't know Baked Bean's dad. So, do short women not know that they're closer to Satan than to our Lord Jesus Christ in heaven? So Jacob's just taking the piss. He doesn't even care. He's like, whatever. I'm just going to say something stupid and random just because this is stupid and random. Tori Bedford said, do tall women know they are my mommy and short women know they are my baby? I love this website. I can feel my brain growing larger every time I open this app. It does, doesn't it? I mean, every time you go on Twitter, it's like, oh, look, boom. You never know on Twitter what you're getting as far as like what's propaganda and what's real. Men are attracted to short women because they want a little Yoda riding on their back while they run around. But a lot of guys also want to be the Yoda. That's where tall women come in. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. You got Mila Kunis with Ashton Kutcher here. What's going on here? So Mila Kunis is 5'4". I figured average height. Not anything short at all. It's average height, people. We stop with this 5'4" is short. Short for a man. It's not short for a woman. We got Shaquille O'Neal with his ex-wife, Shawnee Nelson. Shawnee Nelson is 5'7", but Shaquille is 7'1", so that's a big difference. Yeah, so she's not a short woman by any stretch, 5'7". But I mean, the height difference there is huge. While several more pointed out that her characterization of women is seemingly easy to dominate doesn't line up. Yeah, it doesn't. So they talk about the tweets again. Yeah, that's about the end of that. Okay, we got some cool comments down here. Let's check those out. Woke feminists are the worst kind of crazy. Mr. Miffed, I have no words. No words. It's just Can I like this? Boom, 19. There you go, upvoted. This woman is making BS calls for attention. Yeah, most likely. LOL. Plenty of smaller women are much stronger than tall, lithe ones, I suppose. That's the thing that she also pointed out. Thin women in here. Men want thin women. Men don't want big chubs. They just don't. You can get mad about it. You can say that I'm wrong all you want to, but that's just the truth. There are a few outliers there who are excited about the heavier girls, but again, there's just something going on there that's not right. I mean, maybe they had a heavy grandma who made them freshly baked cookies every Saturday, so they're all in love with that. But it's because their hands are smaller, dummy. I love that. If you don't know, it's because small hands make things look bigger. So use your imagination on that one. Another bitter feminazi. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it seems like a man must have left her for a short woman. I love it. I love it. She is probably a bio 6 feet he. I don't understand what that is. I imagine she's at least 5'10", and she doesn't get spoke to like gently, like, oh, a little short woman does. But I bet it's her attitude, because she has this in-your-face attitude. Samantha's going to give that right back to her. Why wouldn't you? What happened to Jada? She looks like Will's mother. Yeah, she does look. Is she older than Will? I think that she actually is. I don't remember. I think she's like a year or two older than Will. I'd have to look that up. No, I was wrong. She's younger. She was born in 71, and Will's born in 68. So Will is a little bit older than her. Almost to the day, 3 years. Look at that. Almost to the day, 3 years. So, anyway, that's all I got for this time. Thank you so much for stopping by and supporting my work. I do appreciate everybody who checks out my videos. Now, here's your palate cleanser.
Look. Kitty. He's on the side of the road. He's going to get killed for sure. Someone just... Oh, no, it's a whole... Oh, my gosh! I can't take you all.